A very good evening to you. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to Sports Tonight. This is the Thursday night edition of the show. It will be exciting. It will be fun-filled because we have a whole lot to share with you this night. My name is Tony Bitoye. I want to start off the show tonight by introducing to you Wale Adigun, the guy who is here due to popular demand. And of course, the gentleman to my far right, Yemi Adebayo, is also with us on the show. Guys, welcome to Sports Tonight. It's a very good night. Yeah. A lot of interesting issues to talk about. And of course, I know you guys have been itching to say a few things about the Nations Cup. We'll do that in a bit. But you're welcome to the show all the same.
Yeah, it's great to be here once again. It's tradition right now. Yeah. Thursday tonic. And it's good to be here once again.
Popular demand as well.
Well, it's good to be here as well. A lot to talk about. Nations Cup currently going on. I've been trying my hands on predictions, and today probably...
You got it right yesterday.
I've been getting a lot right. Cameroon and Ghana. I'm saying Cameroon. I don't know why. Statistically...
You got it right yesterday. So you said Egypt will do the business, even when it was still 1-1.
So...
And they did it.
We'll see what happens.
Penalties anyway. Yeah. Let's quickly take you to Gabon and tell you, well, we were able to see the first 45 minutes before we came into the studios. Ghana, Cameroon is one battle that has become too close to call. Yemi?
Yeah.
We saw the first 45 minutes. Yeah. It was swinging. The Ghanaians started like a house on fire. Cameroon doused the flame, took charge, and then towards the end of the game, the Ghanaians came back into it. It's pretty even at the moment. Chances from both sides. The trappings of an excellent game of football.
Yeah, I agree with everything you've said. But from a neutral point of view, Ghana's goalkeeper Razak has had to make 2 saves. And so that sums up everything for me. Both sides seem to be exchanging. The first 8 minutes was Ghana, Cameroon came into it. It must be said that Jordan Ayew had a sitter that he missed. But the Cameroonians had 2 chances that had to be cleared off the line. 2 brilliant saves from the goalkeeper, and the defender was also helping out in that one. So in my book, the best chances have gone to Cameroon. Before this tournament started, I said for sentimental reasons I was going to be rooting for Ghana, but I don't know why. You know, I'm just going with my head, not with my heart. Something tells me it's going to be Cameroon's day, especially because of the way they've surprised us all. We thought they were going to come here and start chipping in goals, but that didn't happen. They've shown us true to type how Cameroon has always been indomitable and it's always very difficult to beat, and they always find a way to get the ball back into the net. You know, and I know just 3 out of this Cameroon squad, and that element of surprise seems to be working for them.
From the Nigerian perspective, we have to pay attention to what Cameroon is doing. Yeah. But there's plenty of work to be done because the Cameroonian team that we're seeing is a team that looks like it's growing in confidence from game to game. Very difficult to break down, and that's something that we need to worry about. August is still a long time. Yep. In the World Cup qualifiers, there's still a lot of time, but the ingredients of a difficult Cameroonian team is what we're already seeing.
Of course, the Cameroonian side has always been a historically difficult team. We know the rivalry with Nigeria. In fact, there's also a rivalry with Ghana too. I also think that for General Royce in Gabon, it will be a bit difficult for him to monitor the side because number one, he still has to see the side in the Nations Cup qualifiers. I mean Cameroon. Then also they haven't come with their full team. Is Hugo Bruce going to go back to this guy?
But is it going to change this team? That is the question I'm asking. For him?
Yeah, but you can't also ignore the quality that is not available in Cameroon right now. There's Joel Matip. We don't know if he's still going to play. Yeah, so there's still a couple of players too, which will add a lot of quality to the Cameroonian side. And forget the fact that they haven't been a Nations Cup. But what we've seen right now is Cameroon blending some flair with physicality, you know, substance and style. With Benjamin Mokonjo and Basogog, there's plenty of fluidity going forward. And in the midfield, they've got it very locked down. And I also think that defensively, I mean, their goalkeeper is young, but it's someone who wants to learn. We've seen him keep Cameroon in this competition, Fabrice Ondoa. And that's why I also feel the game tonight will probably be the game where either of the goalkeepers blink first. Razak Brahim also is a decent goalkeeper. Remember, he's just coming off a fine from the Ghanaian FA after his outburst on social media. But for Nigeria, we need to watch out. But I don't think there's anything about this Cameroon side we don't know. They're always a difficult opponent, a difficult side to beat. They don't concede much goals. The most important thing is that you take your chances when they come against a stocky side like Cameroon. And I know that they will give Ghana a tough run. They've got a manager who doesn't know much about them. He's still learning. He learned about this job via the internet. Hugo Bruce. He was just browsing through the internet and saw this job. So he's learning on the job, and everyone's cooperating. He says he likes the spirit in the Cameroonian side. But Gennard Roy, I don't think it will be too early for him to say that he knows so much more about the Indomitable Lions.
All right, let's move away from a team that will be playing in August. Well, confirmation once again. 50 minutes of football now played, well into the second half now. And it is still Cameroon and Ghana grinding out a goalless draw. Is it going to stay this way till the end of 90 minutes? We have extra time and probably penalties to separate these two teams. All right, but at the moment, it's Cameroon 0, Ghana 0. We'll do what we did on the show yesterday, update you once there's a change. We're hooked up to the live scores. Once there's a change in that score line, we will let you know so that you can keep track of that game and enjoy Sports Tonight at the same time. All right, let's talk about a team that is already through to the final, and they are looking for their 8th title. The Pharaohs of Egypt missed out on 3 previous editions of the Nations Cup, and they have come back into it with a big bang, Yemi. Yeah. You talked about it yesterday, that you are going to put your money on the Egyptians. It's a team difficult to bet against.
Yeah, very, very difficult. Everything just working for them. Hector Cooper has brought another dimension to that Egyptian team, and it reminds you of how his managerial style.
Look at this goal from Salah.
That's just about the only chance they had in 70 minutes.
And then look at this goal from Bansi.
And they buried it. I like the way he took the ball down, presence of mind.
That's Pocher's
athleticism. You know, I thought he was going to go for the head before, then turned his body around. You know, penalty, anybody's game. It's a very cruel way to lose a game. I feel for the Stallions, this is a very cruel way to lose the game.
But maybe the Stallions also put some laxity into this. The first penalty, the crucial
by the goalkeeper?
The goalkeeper, I don't think we should have taken that.
I don't know. It takes a lot of confidence for a goalkeeper to step up for a penalty.
Customarily, I think the goalkeeper, if he wants to take a penalty, is probably the last penalty.
But does it change anything?
Does it change anything? Maybe there's
if he had scored, like even this, a lot of people question giving Traore, he's a young man, he caved in under the pressure. Usually, traditionally, your best penalty taker is the guy that takes the 5th penalty or maybe the first penalty.
But the fact of the case is that when it comes to shootouts, there are no theories, there are no principles. The best penalty taker could miss.
Yeah,
the worst penalty taker in your team could score. Anything can happen.
Like Jose Pele said it, that a good penalty is the one that goes into net.
That's it.
A bad one is the one that doesn't go into. But I think the story of that shootout and probably the story of this tournament has to be the goalkeeper of Egypt, El 44 years old, still going on strong, saving Egypt, making crucial saves. And hey, this guy, it's his 4th AFCON.
This is the first goal he considered in five matches.
Yeah.
Over 10 hours of football. That's a new record.
4 first-class saves against Ghana alone. And even in this game, he kept the Egyptians.
But credit to the Stallions, Burkina Faso. They've been one of the best teams in this tournament. I think traditionally also they play some good football. But I thought at some point in the game they will be restricted. When I thought they should have gone for it, maybe they just weren't too sure. And I thought Egypt were probably there for the taking. They missed a couple of players, which they could have taken.
I don't think so. I think the way the Egyptians were set up, look at the defenders, last-ditch tackles, very smart.
But they were second best all through the game.
Yeah, and they were content. That's the issue. They were content. It reminds me of how Hector Cooper sets up his team at Inter and Valencia. That's how he plays.
You can keep the ball for as long as you want.
He doesn't really care.
Just do the business of winning.
Fast counter-attack.
But that's a new way to see this Egyptian side, because before we know them as a fast side.
But maybe because of the injuries of some of the key players and the fact that he has only one goalkeeper that has taken him up to this stage, he has to be conservative so that he can protect the team. But that's what Egypt has been able to do with all the troubles.
Very efficient football.
They have been so efficient. Look at where they are. With all the troubles that they have, with all the injury withdrawals, the setback, look at where they are.
Yeah,
they are now in the final looking for their eighth title.
The true test for me is whether or not they will qualify for the World Cup. The last time they were at World Cup was 1990. And historically, they've always been good at the Nations Cup. But when their problems started, they didn't qualify for the Nations Cup. This is just linking...
How many World Cups have they gone? Egypt. I think maybe one or two.
One or two, but I know
they've always underachieved when it comes to qualifying.
That's why I said the true test of this growth or return,
they are very,
for me,
they are very comfortable in their group.
But also
they
started
Russia
2018 World Cup qualifiers on a good note.
On a good note, very good note.
Defeating Ghana.
Yeah.
Also, Uganda, they will play in Uganda.
Yeah.
The next qualifiers too. So they can also use this.
Uganda, home and away.
They can use it as a bedrock.
That's why I said it will be a good sign for me, because historically, even at the height of their powers, they failed to qualify for the World Cup.